measurement and perception usually don't go along. There's no correlation sometimes between the measurements and our perception. In audio, the subjective and the perception has an equal, or if not a higher weight, because at the end, it's we humans who listen to the material, to the recorded event, to the music. We are listening to it, not the machine, not the measurement devices. So the measurements have a supportive role. They're important, they sometimes help us to understand, but in most cases, measurements somehow not even correlating to our perception. Example, silver and say copper or any other material. They're taken to the lab and measure their frequency response. That's very, very popular thing. The measurements are going to be exactly identical. You're not going to see any difference in measurements. Everything else being equal. When we now put them in the system and we listen as humans, we can hear very clear differences in the character of both materials. The same pretty much going to apply to other materials. I mean, even completely inexperienced audiophile will tell you straight away there are some differences in sound. And they measure exactly the same. So what does it tell you? Measurements and our perception don't necessarily go together. In audio, that's more like a normality, that the measurements not necessarily corresponding to our perception. We at SW1X Audio Design adopted the approach that it's about musical pleasure. And we use measurements in its supportive function rather than dominating function. And therefore, our products have a very distinct sound character. And they sound more natural, more organic, more emotionally involving than most other equipment out there.